Hi folks, it's Pete here from Ashton's Cars, and today I am showing you a Toyota Prius. This is the 1.8 litre Prius. It's the T-Spirit model, which is one of the top of the range models in the Prius. It's a 59 plate 2009 car, which means it's got the facelift. This is the 2009 was when they facelifted the Prius. A lot of the earlier ones are 1.5s. These are a 1.8 litre engine. Massive difference between this and the earlier car in terms of the performance and the way it drives, and also the spec and the equipment. They brought this one bang up to date. It actually felt a little bit futuristic when it came out, and I'm sat in it now and it just feels like it's more or less like a brand new car is now. This has it's 12, 13 years old, this car is, but it actually feels like a new car because of the tech it's got in it. It was so ahead of its time back in 2009. Toyotas are the absolute masters of these hybrids. They've been doing them the longest, the Prius being the original hybrid. So a lot of the technology that you're seeing coming out in the latest models now, it first was seen in this car. It's a 1.8 litre engine. It's got an electric motor as well. It's a self-charging hybrid, so you don't have to plug it in at all. Essentially, the car will run on electricity at low speeds. It starts off usually in electric. At higher speeds, and when you need a bit more acceleration, the engine will cut in. It'll give the car the additional power it needs, and it recharges itself by regenerating off both the engine and the brake system. So it basically means that at low speeds, if I was driving it around this yard or around a car park, I'd be running on electric, and I'd be running completely free of charge because I don't plug it in. It's using electric that would normally just get burnt off, energy that gets burnt off by the brakes and stuff like that. So it's a very clever car. It means that you do get fantastic economy. Toyota claim you can get 70 to the gallon out of it. I'm going to probably run this car for a couple of days and see how I get on. In the past, I think I have managed about 55, 60 to the gallon out of a Prius. That's maybe in line with a small diesel, but you know, petrol, which this is a petrol car, is cheaper at the pumps than diesel is. And this is not a small car. This is a really big Mondeo sized vehicle with 5 seats, a massive boot, and a 1.8 litre engine with I think about 134 horsepower. So it's a quick car with plenty of space inside, an automatic gearbox, loads of equipment on it that's returning you 60 odd to the gallon, and it's free to car tax, remember. So as a hybrid, this car is completely free to tax. The other thing about the Prius, I mean, when it first came out, I'm a bit of a petrol head. I wasn't actually that keen on the Prius. It symbolised to me everything that was wrong about new cars, but now I'm looking at it with different eyes. I actually like it now. I think it's a design classic. It looks really cool. Again, I think maybe it was just a bit ahead of its time when it came out, because of course now we're used to hybrids. We're used to having vehicles that are plug-in electric cars as well. So all of a sudden, this isn't such a weird thing, this car. It's all of a sudden it's very current, except that it's obviously a used one. It's not brand new, and that means it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper for you. I mean, new electric cars are not cheap. New cars in general are not cheap. So you're talking here about a car that's a fraction, probably, you know, a real small percentage of the price of, say, a new Tesla. Okay, a new Tesla's a different kettle of fish to this. But with this car, you are getting free tax. You are getting very good fuel economy. Okay, it's not completely free, but neither's an electric car, really. You've still got to plug it into your house. Very good economy, very good amount of equipment in it, and I think it looks good. Because it was that facelift model as well in 2009, and this is one of the first of them, this does look a much newer car than a 2009 car. And I do prefer this model of Prius than the later one they brought out since. The latest model of Prius I think just looks a bit weird. I don't know what you think of that. Please comment below and let me know your thoughts. But I actually think of all the Prius generations there have been, and there's been quite a few, this particular 2009 on model is the best looking one. So the drivetrain on these is pretty much the same as you get on a Lexus CT 200. So a lot of the things I'm going to tell you in this review are very similar for the Lexus. Toyota Prius hybrid is very similar to this as well, and they do things like the Toyota CHR now, which is a bit of a Nissan Juke looking alternative, which has a very similar drivetrain as well to this. I'll just show you how the car is laid out. Really cool dashboard, very small little shifter on it with a couple of basic functions really: reverse, drive and neutral, and you just press a button to park it. It's got the vents that go right across the dash. Again, I'm talking about here, it does remind me of a Tesla. At the time I probably didn't like it again, but now I'm used to Teslas and I'm thinking, hang on, no, they got their inspiration from this car. So this car's really cool actually, it's well ahead of its time. So I will say that the previous owner of this car obviously loved it to bits, because he's put loads of little Toyota badges and little gear on it, look, on the door handles and things. I would say that was tacky, but it's actually not. These are really good quality, they're proper rubber, and they will stop the door getting hit. So they're quite cool looking. It has as well got the optional, and the factory optional 17-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, which are in remarkable condition for the age of the car. So that's another real good point of it. In the back, it's huge, and because it's electric, it has a flat floor. So loads of space here. It's similar to a Mondeo in terms of size. The seats on it are like a strange material, which is not, it's not sort of velour, it's not, I don't know what it is. It's vegan friendly though, so that's good. You won't find many of these with leather, because of course they were designed to be saving the planet, and that means they've got to be vegan friendly. Let's pop the boot on it. Put more little Toyota badges that he's stuck on here, look. And it's not the deepest of boots, but it goes back a long way there. So flat floor though. I do think there's a bit of room underneath this flat floor actually. Let me just have a go with this a second. Have I just locked it? It's probably unlocked in the first place, was it? Yeah, there's a bit of a sort of tray under there that my valet has forgot to do. And a strange parcel shelf that's very similar to what you get normally in an estate car, but it's a big size boot, plenty of room for a family. This one's got the reverse sensors at the back here. It's also got a camera at the back. It has got sensors at the front as well. So you've got all round sensors on this car. I quite like this black spoiler on it now. All the things that I didn't think were cool on this car now seem to appeal to me. It's either that I've got old, or I'm hoping it's just the fact that this car was so far ahead of its time that I thought it was a bit weird when it came out, and now I actually think it's cool. Wind deflectors that are put on the car as well, they're really good quality, they look fantastic. In fact, everything that's been put on this car looks fantastic. There isn't a mark on it either, apart from a very, very, very small mark that you can't see on camera there, I don't think. And at some point, someone's had a sticker on it here, and oh, that will come off. Look, it is just a sticker. It's got a hole there, that's what it is. We'll put a new badge on it, I think. It should have Toyota written on it by there. So when you see this car next, it will have the proper badges put on for Prius. And I think it should say Toyota on that side as well. Yeah, someone's filled the holes in with like grommets. But they obviously thought they'd debadge it. But I'm quite proud now that this is a Prius. So I'll put some badges back on it for you. Let us have a look behind the wheel. So, it's quite futuristic. I'm going to jump in behind the wheel. It's very spacious. Now, it's automatic. Pretty much all hybrids are, because electric motors do not need gears. If I want to start the car, I simply put my foot on the brake and I press this power thing here. And, well, normally I show you the engine note at this point, but there isn't one because we're on electric. I'm on private land, so I can show you this properly. I'm going to put the car into drive and take the foot brake off, which is a foot pedal that you just click off like that. And look, I'm moving around the Ashton's Cars sales pitch on pure electric power. I'm not going to go far with it, obviously. You get the idea. The only noise you can hear in this car is the fan. It's silent, completely and utterly silent. Look. Very, very cool. Very distant hum there from something, but no, it's running on electric. I've got a gauge by here on the dashboard that tells me, you can't really see it because it's probably flashing on camera, but tells me what is actually being used, whether it's the battery, the engine, or whether it's regenerating power. If it looks flashy on there, it's not the car, it's actually the recording equipment that makes it look like that. I've got a sat-nav screen here. I said the car's way ahead of its time, and to give you an idea on that, guys, this sat-nav screen has actually got Bluetooth, it's got Bluetooth audio, it's got Bluetooth phone. I've got a really high quality reversing camera on it. Everything that I would have on a normal car these days, but I mean, this isn't a brand new car. This is a car that's 13 years old with the kit on it that I would expect in a brand new car now. It would probably embarrass a lot of the latest cars out, in fairness, this, in terms of the kit that it's got in it. It's quite phenomenal. Mileage on the car is 128,000, by the way. I don't know if you feel that's high for the age. It's about average, in fact, but for a Prius, it's very, very low mileage, because many of these cars were bought up when they were new by taxi drivers, and you'll see lots of them for sale with 300,000, 400,000 miles on them at this age. This one wasn't a taxi. As you can see by the way it looks outside, it's been quite a pampered pet all its life, and you know, because of that, the mileage on it is relatively low for this type of car. Massive cup holder I just wanted to show you here, and this slides back for even more space for bottles and whatever else you want to put in it. Oh, and it has got one really cool feature as well that I need to show you. Let's just start it up again. There we are, we're running. I don't know if you can see, but it has got, it'll look like it's flashing, it's not. Again, it's the recording equipment, but it has got a head-up display by there. How cool is that? And when I put the nav on, the navigation directions come up on that head-up display as well. So I think that's pretty cool. I am very easily pleased though. So there you go, guys. I think this car was well ahead of its time, and I now absolutely love it. What do you think? If it's of interest to you, please give me a shout. Let's have another quick look outside. I'll tell you how to get in touch. So my number is 07932 873 646. The Prius is available for nationwide delivery, and we are happy to take your old car in part exchange. So my number one more time is 07932 873 646. Please give me a call. And also, as you've come this far, please give us a like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, more car buying advice, and comment below your thoughts on the Prius. Were Toyota well ahead of their time? I'll tell you what, with zero tax on it, it's one of the cheapest cars to run around in for me, so I'm probably going to go and take this car home with me. But thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day wherever you are, and we hope to see you very soon.